everybody. My name is David Ndozi, and I am excited to serve as the resident director for Southern Pines this year on the Statesboro Campus. Thank you all for joining us this evening. This is a session where we get to, give a presentation about the amenities Southern Pines got to offer. Sneak peek of living with us in the Southern Pines community. I'm getting to know who I am, my role, my GRD, so graduate resident director's role, the RAs, and just what to bring and what not to bring as you are getting ready for OMI Operation Move In. So let us get right into it. All right. So my name again is David Ndozi, and I serve as the resident director for Southern Pines. My email is listed on the slide. My office location would be in Southern Pines Clubhouse. It is on the back end of the clubhouse, and I oversee Southern Pines. So I oversee Southern Pines 1 through 5. My grad supervises 1 through 2. But since I supervise my grad, I'll be over my grad and also buildings 1 and 2, but primarily I'll be over Southern Pines 3 to 5. So yes, my graduate student, his official title is graduate resident director. His name is Donovan Lee Johnson. Pronouns he, him. He's studying the higher education program. His email is to be announced. Office clubhouse, he's located in the Southern Pines clubhouse as well, same with me, and we together will oversee the Southern Pines community. So Southern Pines really has a general population of residents, and we have some special interest groups. That's the ROTC team community and the Innovation Learning community. So we have what we call RLCs. Within the RLCs, we have what is called the LLCs, Living Learning Community, and the THIM community. So both are similar in the sense that they comprise of students that have some similar interests together, living in a community together, sometimes in classes together, and we help them by providing programming that are geared towards that interest so they can thrive together in the community. The ROTC team community that is obviously by name ROTC, sponsored by the Military Science Department, is more so for cadets because Georgia has a huge cadet program here. So the ROTC program is ROTC team community. It's housed on the in the building 2 of Southern Pines. And on that floor, we have mostly cadets of the ROTC program, take classes together, study together, and that community is just for them. And then we have the Innovation Living Learning community. Now this LLC is geared towards science, engineering, math majors, so STEM majors. They take classes together, they live in the same community together, and we in turn program for them. We put on specialized programming efforts that meets their needs and interests so they can thrive together in that community. So these two groups are housed in Southern Pines this year. So if you're not in any of these special communities, you are part of the broader Southern Pines general population. So we'll be programming for everybody. We'll have programs for the ROTC community, innovation community, and then the general Southern Pines population. So what do we have to offer in Southern Pines? So we have our residence hall style is a super suite. We have a private bedroom style. So it's a resident to a bed. So we don't do shared bedroom spaces. The bed size is full size. We have the Ethernet and wireless. We have recently upgraded our Wi-Fi. So our Wi-Fi should be very, very great currently, but we still have the Ethernet option if anyone wants to use the wired access. We have refrigerator and a microwave. We have community laundry So each building got a laundry room on the first floor of each building. There's a panic button in each unit. You just need to hit that if you have like an actual emergency where you cannot, reach your phone if you need immediate help. The panic button is goes straight to UPD. It lets them know that you're in danger, if you're concerned for your safety, and they would come to your bedroom, or not bed, they'll come to your unit or apartment if the situation so arises. We have a clubhouse. That is where we host most of our programmatic efforts. And the clubhouse is like a central location where Southern Pines residents come to meet, hang out, and we have a lot of amenities in the Southern Pines clubhouse. We have a TV, we have gaming stations, we have pool, we have volleyball, we have some, fun stuff that you can find in the clubhouse. We also have a computer lab in the clubhouse in case you need to print. There's that computer lab for you. I believe the university automatically gives you some print credits on your student account. You just need to come to the clubhouse and swipe your ID in the classroom, in the computer lab, and you get a print. And we also have a game room. We have a Nintendo Switch, we have a PS4, and those are games you can check out and you can utilize those for your recreational needs. And we also have drawers in the bedrooms as well for residents to use. So let's talk about approved items. So these are items that have been approved by the university, approved by housing that residents can bring. So you can bring clothing steamer with iron automatic shutoff or iron with automatic shutoffs. We have a coffee pot with automatic shutoff. That shutoff is very, very important because you don't want to have a machine that that you just happen to leave or forget, and things will go left from there. You can have the holiday decorations, 2 strands of lights may be strung together and must be labeled as UL approved. Not allowed on porches, balconies. You can have a toaster, power strip, surge protector, very important, 1 per resident or bedroom and 1 per living room. Must be labeled as UL approved. I'm not allowed in kitchens, bathrooms. Window treatments must be labeled as fire/flame retardant. Other items approved for Southern Pines. We can have an air fryer, electric griddle, George Foreman grill, panini press, quesadilla maker, rice cooker, slow cookers, and toaster oven and waffle iron. You can have those in Southern Pines. Not approved items. So major appliances such as washers, dryers, freezers, refrigerators, micro fridges, dishwashers, air conditioners that are not already provided by the university housing are prohibited in individual rooms or unit. So in your unit, you already have, we already provide these in the community. So you don't need a washer, you don't need a dryer because you have those amenities provided to you in your building. You don't need freezers, you don't need refrigerators, you don't need micro fridges except as for medical use. You don't need dishwashers. We already have air conditioners, so you don't need that. Plumbing, water heating, electrical systems were not designed to accommodate utility demands because they will suck out extra power from the general source. So you don't really need that. We have all the hot water you need. We have all the cold water you need, and everything you need. So you don't need all the extra stuff. Also, to prevent fire due to unsafe cooking practices, certain appliances are not permitted. All approved appliances got to be US certified or listed. They're in the halls. Items without US certification are not permitted and will be the responsibility of the student to remove from their space. So if you are found with any appliance that is not UL certified, you'll be found responsible if there's any damage to the space. All right. So we've talked about some approved items. Let's talk about some items that are not and will never be approved. First on the list is alcohol. So Southern Pines is a predominantly first-year community. And most of our students are usually not above the age of 21. So that means that alcohol is not permitted in the halls at all. If a student is found with alcohol, they'll be referred to student conduct and will go through the student conduct / judicial process. Alcohol paraphernalia, including shot glasses or anything that aids the consumption of alcohol, are not permitted in the halls. Bed risers for Southern Pines, it's impossible to raise the beds. You can't even raise the beds because the beds are low. So bed risers, you don't need them. Other complex can put in the walker to lift the beds, but for Southern Pines, you can't lift the beds. It's low, so you just can't lift them. You just cannot lift Southern Pines beds. Candles, incense, you don't need that. That's a fire hazard. Charcoal, gas grill, deep fryers, drugs, you don't need those as well. Decoration, electrical decoration, like the neon signs, like the bar signs, you don't need that. Electric scooters, hoverboards, you don't need that at all. You don't, that's a fire hazard. Extension cords, especially ones that you have to join together, you don't need that. Large fabric items, items cannot exceed 3 feet by 5 feet in size. Also, martial arts equipment, you don't need that. Microwaves, you don't need that. We already have a community kitchen. If you want to use a microwave, mini fridges, you don't need that, except it's for special needs, which could equal to medical exception. Pets, only have service and emotional support animals. Plug-in / fragrance warmers, that's one of our most common violations. You do not need that. I understand you want your room to smell nice, but you can find other means like, buying an air freshener, but plug-ins, the fire hazard, you don't need those. Portable heaters, you have all the heat you want, you don't need that. Rope lighting / LED light strips, you don't need that. Street signs, traffic signals, construction material, you don't need that. Toaster weapons, wireless router / access points. We already have new and improved Wi-Fi, so you don't need that. So room decoration policies. So failure to keep posters or decorations at least 12 inches from the ceiling or floor, covering more than 50% of any given wall. So what that means is you cannot keep anything hanging from the ceiling as a decoration, or decoration that could cover any 50% of a modern wall. So if you have a wall and the decoration is covering more than half of the wall, it's a violation. So that'll be tapestry. So if you have that covering more than 50% of the wall, that's a violation. Suspending any item from the ceiling, fishnets, parachutes, stripper poles, holiday lights, you don't need that. Possession of or displaying of alcohol paraphernalia, you don't need that. So that includes funnels, beer pong, shot dispensers, or other methods of alcohol delivery. Affixing any item to a wall, ceiling, or floor, you don't want to do that, because if you do that, if there's damage that results from those actions, you'll be charged for that. Display of any item facing outward towards public spaces. So if you want to put anything, any decoration, on your window, make sure it faces your room. You can't face outside. If people can see from the outside, that's a violation. Curtains or window treatment that do not possess a fire retardant label from the manufacturer. Failure to use low tack tape. So example could be use a 3M tape. Fixing the item to a fire rated door. So safety. There are staff on call each night if an emergency arises. So what that means is we have different levels of on-call staff. But for residents, the most important that you need to know is what we call the RA on call. So that pretty much is the resident advisor on call. We have an RA on call from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. nightly. There's always going to be someone call. So that will be your first call if you have any situation from a lockout to roommate issues to fights, any type of concerns. The RA on call is your best bet, especially after hours, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. If you had issues during the day, you can come to the clubhouse or talk to your RA. Your RA should have a grouping for you where you can schedule time to talk to your RAs during the day or come to the clubhouse and we can chat it out. University Police is a great resource as well. They're available 247-365. Make sure you have that number so you can always feel safe. You need to call someone. Interior hall, Southern Pines is known interior hall and exterior hall, but interior halls in general, they are accessed through card swipes. The only card swipe you need in Southern Pines is just to access the clubhouse. But other than that, once you get into Southern Pines, you are going to your apartment or building. Exterior building have a deadbolt. So yes, we do have a deadbolt. If you are inside, you can, lock that deadbolt. So just make sure you talk to your roommates about, when everyone's going to be inside, so the deadbolt can be locked. Each unit within the building has a panic button. So like I mentioned earlier, students can press this for an emergency if they need it. So a huge recommendation from the university, from housing, from myself as a resident director would be to download the LiveSafe app. LiveSafe app is pretty much, I can describe it as just having 911 on your phone. So 911, but through Georgia Southern PD. So if you download the app, you can literally talk to University Police in real time. So they can give you safety escort services, give you emergency options, we can report tips. So this connects you to our university PD. I just say 911 because, it's like easy, just talk to them and boom, that's it. But it's pretty much a safety tool that all residents need to make sure they know about or have handy, just in case, to guarantee safety or have an idea of safety. So let's talk about Operation Move In. So August 5th to 6th on both campuses, that is when Operation Move In happens. So August 5th is the actual move-in day, and that's coming soon. So for Operation Move In, you are going to the RAC, Recreational Activity Center, to go pick up your key. So moving day, you're going to the RAC first to go pick up your key. And once you pick up your key, you'll be given a key and other items, which includes your temporary parking for the day. You get all that. And then you would be released to your individual hall. So if you come to Southern Pines, you pick up your key on the RAC and come to Pines. So from Pines, you will see different volunteers, crews directing you where to go, where to park, so you can unload and offload and move into your room. So that's how that will work. We also have early arrivals or the ROCs, the recruitment, athletic team, marching band. Those folks are on the early arrival list, and their moving times will be communicated to them. You should have already been communicated to them. Well, battery is low, but yeah, that's how that would go. Southern Pine moving specifics. So this is building 1 on the left side, 2 middle, 3 far right, building 4 far right, and 5, much more on the left. The clubhouse is central. So this is where, this is like a picture layout of Southern Pine. So you are coming in from the road and going towards building 5 and coming to the clubhouse, and that would be your loading zone for Southern Pines. But once you get there on that day of moving, you'll be directed to unload and offload, and we should be good. If you have any questions, please reach out to housing at Georgiasouthern.edu, and your questions would for sure be answered. Again, my name is David Ndozi, and I serve as the resident director for Southern Pines. If you see me at OMI, please make sure you holler at me, let me know how I can be of assistance to you, and I will gladly, be of help. Thanks.